Hello everyone, Steve here from GSM Tennis. Today I want to talk to you about how do you prepare for like matches or tournaments. And the reason I'm bringing this up is because I was talking to a team member of GSM Tennis, someone like you, who was saying that they had a big tournament coming up and they were wondering how to get ready for it. And so instead of just thinking about how I used to prepare for tournaments when I used to play USTA tournaments all the time in high school or college, what I decided to do is actually make this into an experiment. And so I actually signed up for my own tennis tournament this weekend, and I actually play in, I don't even have a watch, I don't know why I'm looking at my wrist. I actually play in about an hour, so I gotta hurry up with this recording in order to get there. But there's a few things that I can tell you that I do as a tennis player to get myself ready for match play or tournament play. And I played today at 2 p.m. And I would say yesterday, probably within 24 hours of my match, I've started thinking about my match in terms of I don't even know who I'm playing. I don't know the name of the person. I haven't even looked. But I started preparing for the match in terms of thinking of myself, in terms of how am I going to move my feet, feeling the shot in my head, really feeling the ball, imagining the different shots that I'm going to hit, and even actually, I've even imagined in my head when I make a mistake, not picturing the mistake, but picturing how I'm going to react and how I'm going to stay calm, how I'm going to stay collective, how I'm going to learn from it. I think a lot of people don't talk about that, and that's something that I do actually, and I had to do it because, I'm not going to lie, when I was younger, I got mad. I would get really, really mad. And at the time, I thought it actually made me a stronger player. I was reacting, I was getting mad, and I would react and use that reaction to get stronger. And as I got older and wiser, I saw that rage, if you want to call it, or that anger actually did hurt me. And now what I try to do is I try and learn from all those mistakes that I make. So I actually start preparing in my head how I'm going to deal with those mistakes. And that's something else that you guys can do is don't picture yourself making a mistake, but picture yourself healing yourself from a mistake mentally, and that's something that I like to picture. There's some other notes I wrote down here on my handy-dandy post-it notes. So again, I started picturing myself hitting good shots, feeling the shots, imagining hitting a real good slice, or just everything that I like to do. I just imagined it, and within that 24-hour period. So I started that yesterday, and I'm about to play in a little bit. Some other things that I do before a match to get prepared is I tell myself to not fear losing, and I really don't. When I was younger, especially in college, I always had the pressure. You're playing for your team, you're playing for yourself, you're playing for the school, you coach, everything. You tend to get really scared and you start to fear losing. And after college, I really lost that fear because I started playing for myself and playing for fun. So even though I hate to lose, and I think probably the majority of you hate to lose too because we're all competitive, it's not having the fear of losing is what you need to have. And so I've learned how to not fear losing anymore. And now I look at losing as almost as a learning opportunity. I've noticed throughout my career that every time I lost to a really good opponent, I worked my butt off and I tried as best as I could, I learned more from that match than actually playing and winning against people who were weaker than me. So I'm really looking forward to this tournament. I don't know who I'll be playing. I could be playing some really good people, some people my level, or some people below me. But I do know that if I lose, I'm going to use that losing situation as a learning opportunity. I think that's important for you to understand that as well. Some other things I'm going to do, I'm actually going to leave here in about probably right after this video, probably within 5 minutes. I'm going to get to the tournament and I'm going to warm up my body. That could include running around, that could include some band work, taking some bands and doing some shoulder exercises, doing some squats, sometimes even to relax myself or get even warmer, to loosen up my joints. If the place, like the club that I go to, has a sauna, sometimes I'll go in the sauna and I'll do some squat things, do some stretches, just to loosen up my joints to make sure when I get onto that tournament I'm real loose, ready to go, and my body's warmed up. So I will do a quick little warm-up, probably about 10 minutes at most. And so after I get the warm-up, I'll go out, wait for my match to be called. And then lastly, to get ready for my matches, When I get to the tournament, I will actually start strategizing how to win. I'll try and find my opponent. I'll see what kind of, what body does he have? Is he tall? Is he lanky? Is he short? Is he strong looking? That can add a huge factor into my process of how I'm going to play him. And then obviously once we start warming up, right away I'm going to start testing him. What's his forehand like? What's his backhand like? What are his serves like? Can he hit a slice? What's his consistency like? What's his hit tolerance? How many balls can I give him until he feels like he has to go for it? So all those things is what I'm going to be doing. The reason I'm strategizing like that, the reason I'm thinking like that is in order to win in tennis, you have to strategize. It doesn't come down to just pure skill level. I believe if you're playing someone at your level, it should always come down to strategy. I mean, every day is different. Maybe today I'm going to get out there and my forehand's not going to be there. But again, I can still win if I strategize correctly. So those are the big things that I'm doing to prepare for my tournament matches. So I'm going to be documenting how I do today for you guys. And again, this is like our pre-match. I'll do one maybe during the matches, like after I play a match, kind of my reaction right away. I have a couple of matches today, and then I'll be doing a post-match interview or documentary here for you guys afterwards to let you know how I thought things went, how I played, and my thoughts and my mental game afterwards. So other than that, get out there, play some tennis, have fun, and take care.